Hi, so we have been learning about different types of community helpers. We learned about firemen, we learned about policemen, we learned about postal workers. We learned, anyone that you see that helps you with anything that you do on a regular basis is a community helper. There are clerks who help you put your groceries in a bag. There are clerks that check you out at the grocery store and they tell you how much you have to pay for your groceries. There are people who work in offices, in dental offices, doctor's offices, just regular business offices. And those are all community helpers. They are people that help you in your community to do what you need to do every day. Emergency community helpers, things that you can always trust, are going to be like dentists, doctors, policemen, firemen. Those are people that you probably are more familiar with because you have learned about them. And we've even had a couple of people come and visit us. I know there was a fireman and he has Sparky, and he came and visited us at the school. So the community helper that we're going to talk about today, that Amber Lamb gets to go and visit, and we're going to read a story about Amber Lamb and her visit to this community helper, is going to be a doctor. So here's the picture. So hopefully you can see it okay. And it looks like in her picture they're giving her a checkup. They're checking her ears. They're probably in the doctor's visits. They usually check your ears. They check your temperature. They look to see how tall you are. They look to see how much you weigh, and they're just making you sure that you are doing your best. Sometimes you go to the doctor when you're not feeling well. Sometimes you go to the doctor when you're sick. It just kind of depends on what the situation is or what's going on. So this is Amber's visit to the doctor. So I'm going to go ahead and read this story to you. One morning, when Amber woke up, her ear felt funny. "Mother!" Amber cried. "What is it, Amber?" Mother asked as she hurried into the room. "I don't feel good," Amber whimpered. Mother felt Amber's head and asked her some questions. "I think you have an ear infection," Mother said. "Let's go see Dr. Shepdog. He will be able to give you medication that will help your ear to feel better."
Hi, I have a different vegetable in my ear.
Okay, go give her the celery. They're yelling. Give her the celery. And I will, at the end of the story, I will show you our guinea pigs since you hear them screaming now. So what's going on in the story is that Amber is going to have to go to the doctor, and hopefully the doctor will give her some medication to help her ear feel better. Amber usually liked to go see Dr. Shepdog, but this time she felt grumpy. Do you know what grumpy means? Grumpy means that you are not happy and you're kind of like, and you're not really excited about what you're doing. So she felt grumpy and didn't want to go. She cried at the breakfast table and even spilled her milk. "Never mind, honey," Mother said. "Sometimes when your body is sick, you feel grumpy and clumsy too. Dr. Shepdog will soon have you feeling well and happy again." At the doctor's office, Amber saw all of her favorite games and toys. She forgot how much her ear hurt. She began to play with toys. She looked at the bright fish swimming in the big fish tank. Amber was having so much fun, she was surprised when the nurse called her to come in. Nurse Raccoon had Amber step onto a scale inside the door. Then she wrote down Amber's weight on a chart. Next, Amber stood with her back to the measuring stick, and Nurse Raccoon wrote down how tall Amber was. The nurse put a thermometer in Amber's mouth, and in a short time took it out again and wrote down Amber's temperature. Finally, Nurse Raccoon led Amber to her mother into the examination room to wait for the doctor. A few minutes later, Dr. Shepdog came in and greeted Amber and her mother. "Nurse Raccoon tells me your ear hurts," Dr. Shep said. Dr. Shepdog said to Amber, and Amber nodded. "Let me take a look at you," the doctor said. He listened to her chest with his stethoscope. Then he put a flat stick in her mouth and looked down at her throat. Next, he held up a tool. This is called an otoscope. It will help you see into your ear so I can find out what the problem is. It might feel a little funny in your ear at first. Amber felt the otoscope touch her ear, but it didn't hurt. After Dr. Shepdog checked both of her ears, he said, "Well, Amber, you do have an ear infection. I will have your mother give you some medicine, and you will be as good as new in a few days, okay? How about a smile?" "Okay," Amber said. She gave Dr. Shepdog her biggest smile. She was starting to feel better already. So when you go to visit the doctor, it's not always a scary thing, even when you're sick. Most of the time when you go for a checkup, you're like, oh, everything's okay, it'll be fine. But when you're not feeling so well, you're kind of scared. But there's really nothing to be scared about. The doctor is just there to help you feel better. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Here's a little picture of Dr. Shep the dog. He's very shepherdy-like looking. He's a shepherd, which shepherds usually like herd sheep and stuff. Here is a verse from Proverbs 17:22, or just a quote from Proverbs 17:22. It says, "A merry heart doeth good like medicine." So if you have a merry heart and you take things lightly and you think of everything as being okay, then it does your heart good and it makes you feel better just thinking about happy thoughts and just thinking about things that will make you feel good. So really, because you know that God has us in his hands every day and that he's taking care of us. So you know that you are always going to be just fine and you are always going to be in God's protection. And you should always have a happy heart and just kind of be okay. Even if you feel sick, even if you feel sad, things will always get better. Okay, so there's our Bible story about Amber Lamb. Or not a Bible story, I'm sorry. That was about our community helper with the doctor. We're going around. I guess I told you that I was going to show you my guinea pigs. There, you heard them screaming. They sound kind of funny. So, here are my guinea pigs. This one is going to be, I forgot her name. Well, this one is Serena. She's got a carrot in front of her. And this one is, oh my goodness, I forgot her name. I'm not sure why I forgot her name, but she's eating a carrot also. Oh, Marcia. That one is Marcia. So those are my guinea pigs. Oh, and look, here's another pet that we have. We have too many pets. Here's Elsa. Elsa likes to roll over. She's hoping that I will pet her on her stomach. So do y'all see Elsa? Say hi, Elsa. All right. And Dee Dee is somewhere sleeping. I have a fourth dog, and she's sleeping somewhere. But you guys have a great weekend. I am still very proud of all the work you've done, and I am proud of everything that we are doing. We have made it through our first week of having school and not being able to go to school. Y'all have done so great, and I'm so proud of you. Please keep sending me your pictures because I love seeing all of your little faces. I miss you guys so much. And I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.